Hey guys, welcome back and happy Saturday. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed our new episode of Hot Messy Podcast, which dropped yesterday. But in the meantime, we're back to talk about some Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Now, we spoke about this. We were talking about this. We were anticipating it. But yesterday, they filmed the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Season 3 reunion, and everyone wanted to know if Jen Shah would be in attendance. There's a lot of behind the scenes that was going on that a lot of people don't know about. So that's why I kind of wanted to do this video. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so Radar Online, Page 6, Reality Blurb, everybody talked about the news because Jen Shah put out a statement yesterday that she would not be attending the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Season 3 reunion. Here's what they said. It's not so Shah amazing news. Jen Shah will not be attending the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Season 3 reunion under legal advice, and she is not happy about it. Shah, who is set to be sentenced next month for wire fraud, told her Instagram followers on Friday that the decision had been reached after discussing with Bravo the topics that she would and would not be able to touch upon during filming the reunion. I was clear with Bravo that out of respect for the courts and a standing judicial order, I would not be in a position to discuss anything related to my legal case or sentencing. This is what she's explaining, claiming that the network found this unsatisfactory and said that they expected to discuss this storyline. However, I just want to say when I did, and I know that this was pre-trial, this was before Jen changed her plea, but when I did my interview with her, everything had to be approved by legal. The thing is people are so quick to jump the gun and say, oh, well, you've already been, you've already pled guilty, so you can talk about it, right? You can just say whatever you want to say. No, girl, she has not been sentenced. Until she's sentenced, or has the sentencing date, until that actually is executed, she can't just say whatever she wants to say because that could impact the sentencing. So if she goes, and I have to talk to Emily D. Baker about this, but say she goes to the reunion yesterday and she has her sentencing in January. If the judge wants to subpoena that footage from the reunion and see what else she had to say about it because she thought that, hey, I'm in the clear, maybe he would be able to do that, or she would be able to do that. I'm not quite sure. But I think there's a reason if her legal team is saying, hey, let's avoid this until sentencing. I think there's a reason for that. And I think originally they did not plan on doing the reunion or filming the reunion until after Jen Shah's sentencing. But I think what they did was they were like, we're not going to have her come into the reunion anyways. We want to do a one-on-one with her. Let's go ahead and schedule the reunion because she's not going to be here. And then once they found out that her sentencing got pushed back, they were like, okay, let's see if we can get her on the reunion because the fans are saying that this isn't necessarily fair that she wouldn't be on the reunion to begin with. Boom. I know. It's a lot. It's a lot. That expectation has no regard for me or my family's well-being. So under legal advice, I will not be attending the reunion. The housewife, well, Jen Shah, also added that she needs to focus on the most important thing in her life right now, which is her family. She and her husband, Sharif, share two sons, Sharif Jr. and Omar. Honestly, her sons are amazing. I met her sons and her husband at the interview and just they love their family. It's actually kind of sweet to see. Sources familiar with the situation confirmed to Page 6 that Jen Shah was invited to this year's reunion, but declined under the advice of her lawyers. According to the reality star, she was informed by Bravo in September that she was not invited to the reunion, which is absolutely true. She was not invited because it looked bad for optics, but it didn't look bad for optics to put her on the promos and front and center, like for anywhere that we see Salt Lake City Season 3. However, it looks bad for optics to have her at BravoCon. It looks bad for optics to have her on the reunion floor. My thing is if it looks so bad for optics, why not just cut her out of the season altogether? Why pick and choose? Like, I feel like we're picking and choosing where it's not bad for optics and where it is bad for optics, which kind of just makes it look like a little ridiculous at this point, because why is one situation more important than the other? Like, if you're going to show her on an entire season and stick Jen Shah in her face every single week on Wednesdays, then what the hell is the difference when it comes to a reunion? And that's not necessarily fair. And I always have this conversation. I've had it with Kempire, with Ryan Bailey, with Jason. I don't understand, if you're going to stick her in our face every single week and put her on the show, then why would we take her off of the reunion and let the women be able to talk about her, but she's not there to defend herself as one last, like, kind of, we know that she's probably not going to come back for season 4. So why not let her have that moment to just be able to let the women ask whatever they want? Or unless she gets the legal advice that she did where she can't talk about it. I was disappointed because I would have no venue to confront inaccuracies and address my storyline with cast members. However, out of nowhere, on November 29th, she received an invitation which she said made her feel elated to be able to have a voice during the shoot. Bravo did not immediately respond to Page Six's request for comment. Now, Jen Shah's co-star Meredith Marks recently advocated for her friend to have a seat on Andy Cohen's reunion couches. I certainly hope that Jen does have the chance to have a voice. That's what she said at Evan Real and Danny Murphy's virtual reality podcast live taping. I love both of those guys. Obviously, as the season progresses and transpires, she's hearing things that she didn't know about. That's what happens to all of us. And so for her not to have a chance to address that, to me, would be very sad. Which is like, I mean, they all deal with this. After the current season is done airing, fans might not see too much of Jen Shah. At BravoCon in October, Andy Cohen insinuated that she would no longer be on the show after she changed her plea to guilty. Once we wrapped filming for season 3 and she pled guilty, I think that was kind of, unfortunately, the end of, the engagement there. That's what he told people at BravoCon. But I hope to sit down with her and talk to her at some point on camera because I have a lot of questions for her. I'm curious if she'll give that one-on-one. Jen Shah, we know that she's been going through this, that her sentencing was supposed to be in December. Now it got pushed back to January. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. But I don't want to just give you this information and not ask your opinion. So go ahead and comment below. Let us know what you think. And before you go, okay, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And don't forget, a new episode of Hot Messy Podcast is out now, anywhere you get your podcast. Or if you want the video version, you can just go over to Hot Messy Podcast on YouTube, smash that like button, get subscribed. And we have our members only Let's Whine About It coming up this Monday. I believe it's our last one before Christmas. It's our last one before Christmas. So let's make it a holiday, members only, festivities, extravaganza. Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, bye guys. Love you.